Can you believe it? That is the first time you've been told good morning after Super Bowl 60. And what an honor it is that I get to be the one to deliver the news to you. The good news that you woke up today, that you are sentient, that right now, wherever you are, driving to the gym, rolling around in bed, hearing this show as your alarm clock in Tucson, Arizona, you're alive. Touch yourself. Realize your existence. And realize greatness. Greatness befell you last night. This is the Drake Toll Show. Drake Toll with you live from Tampa Bay, Florida. Moments away from myself, getting on a cruise ship. That's right, a cruise ship. And as exciting as that would be for most people, for me, it's overshadowed by a 29-13 Seattle Seahawks win over the New England Patriots. Do you understand? Do you understand the path of events that got us here? And not just to Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Not just to Kenneth Walker's dad coming to his first game ever and it being the Super Bowl and his son winning it. But the other things that got us here, the decisions that you made in life, the decisions that I made in life, the decisions that people you've never met, that I've never met, made, that brought us to Monday, February 9th at 6:02 a.m. and 17 seconds. On the East Coast, that is. The moment that brought us to Friday, Jim Rome, of the Jim Rome Show, taking you from your place of business to your home from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Kevin Harlan getting on the radio, your radio, last night for Westwood One Sports and bringing you the Super Bowl coverage. And then this, the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, is what you wake up to hear a recap of everything you missed if you didn't catch the game and a recap of everything you saw if you did catch the game. Who would have thought? How did we get here? When in the void, when in the cosmos did it become truth? Jim Rome, Kevin Harlan, and Drake Toll would converge upon this greatness. Not greatness ourselves, but greatness that is the number one sporting event that America can put on for a singular day, and that is the Super Bowl. The one thing that can overshadow the Olympics, it's the Super Bowl. And that 29-13 final score must be painted into a picture. Because that final score doesn't just happen. We have to get there somehow. We have to get to the Seattle Seahawks winning the Super Bowl again, but this time not with Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson. This time not with a Legion of Boom. No. With Jason Myers and Mike McDonald and Sam Darnold and Kenneth Walker III. And you know what? If I was to play for you every highlight from the first half, it would sound kind of like nothing. Nothing really happened in the first half of this football game. It was boring. The commercials, good. It was as if the first half was the lead up to the halftime show, to Bad Bunny or the other one that happened on YouTube. That's what the initial 30 minutes led up to in this football game. Can I give you the drive chart? I think I said drive chart on accident there. Freudian slip, and it's appropriate. Addie Bates, producer of the Drake Toll Show. Laura Jimenez runs the board. Addie, chart, yes or no, allowed or no?
You know what? We could say yes. We could say yes. You're about to be on a cruise, almost a holiday. Maybe FCC isn't listening. We can say yes. How about that?
We'll leave it in for now. Listen to the drive chart of how the first half shook out. Field goal, punt, 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 field goal, punt, 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 field goal, end of half. 9-0 was our score at the break. And let's take you to highlight number one of the Super Bowl when Jason Myers kicked a 33-yard field goal.
Jason Myers of the Seahawks will try a 34-yard field goal on the Super Bowl logo. Good snap, ball put down, line drive, kick is away and good. 3-0. Seahawks have scored first here in Super Bowl 60.
Electric. That's the first 9 seconds you'll hear all day from the Super Bowl last night. And it's 3-0 after the first drive of the game for the Seattle Seahawks. Second quarter, Jason Myers does it again.
It'll be Jason Myers trying a 39-yard field goal. Wind at his back. And it will be on that Super Bowl logo. Good snap, ball put down. Right-footed kick is perfect. Right down the middle, end over end. It's 6-0 Seattle, 11-16 second quarter.
Electric. Remember that Kevin Harlan call, legendary, I think from a year or two ago, of, did we just see what I think we just saw? March Madness, I'm pretty sure. This is a far cry from that. This is field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. That's where we sat in the Super Bowl. And by the way, it was 12-0 when we entered the third quarter, and not even when we entered. It was 12-0 when we entered the fourth quarter, 12-0 in the third quarter, when this is more indicative of how the game was going at this point than just field goals, with Byron Murphy taking down Drake Maye.
27 of New England. Shotgun snap to the Patriot quarterback. 1st and 10. Crumbling pocket grab. Lassoed. Brought down. Sacked just outside the hash. Back inside the 25-yard line in New England. 4th sack. Boy, they came at him from every direction.
What they don't want to tell you is Drake Maye has been sacked the entire postseason. He's been sacked 5 times, at least twice. Now for a third time, 6 times he's brought down against the Seattle Seahawks, completely in a blender. Byron Murphy with that one. It's 12-0, and Sam Darnold at this point in the game says, hey, 12-0 is not good enough. If we're going to win the Super Bowl, let's just put this thing out of reach and go ahead and score the first touchdown of the game that did not come until the fourth quarter, and it took the New England Patriots fumbling, and not just the New England Patriots fumbling, but a strip sack. Drake Maye dropping the football, giving the ball to the Seattle Seahawks, and early in the fourth quarter, it finally happened, and it happened via Sam Darnold to A.J. Barner.
Darnold under center, 5 on the defensive line. He gets the snap, turns right, fakes the handoff. Here comes the blitz. There goes the throw, end zone. Caught, touchdown! Caught, touchdown, Barner! The tight end, over the shoulder catch in the corner of the end zone. And we've got our first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
That's just Kevin Harlan purely out of the excitement of having a touchdown in the game. Just finally, yes, thank you. And what we learned immediately after that, 19-0 is your new score. What we learned immediately after that is that New England has a chance. There is life. When they went into a, perceived, but you don't go into a 2-minute drill with 14 minutes to go. But when you're down 19-0, you have to start breaking this down into the amount of 2-minute drills you need to go into to win the game. And when New England put it into overdrive, they go 3 plays, 65 yards, less than a minute, and Drake Maye, 35-yarder to Mac Hollins. Maybe we have a ball game now.
There goes Maye on 1st and 10, heaving it long, throws, caught, touchdown, far side. Grabbed on that far side by Mac Hollins, and over-the-shoulder catch at the pylon far side of the end zone. A 35-yard strike.
Uh-oh. The Seahawks, who have now conceded a touchdown, would then punt after a 4-and-out, only for Drake Maye and company to take the field again, and Maye goes deep over the middle and is intercepted. So Seattle gets the ball back. This is the spot. If you're a New England Patriots fan, if you're in Boston right now, if you're driving in Foxborough, Massachusetts, if you're in Yarmouth, Massachusetts, and you're disappointed in the way the game went last night, I understand that. You should be. Your favorite team lost the Super Bowl. But at 19-7, when you have the ball in your possession and an opportunity to go down by one possession with 10-ish minutes to go in the fourth quarter, you were not in the game, but you could have been in the game, and then opted instead for a turnover. Again, another Drake Maye turnover, and that led to history, question mark? Maybe a number, a stat, a piece of history indicative of a Super Bowl that didn't have a ton of glitz and glam or action. Jason Myers breaks a record with his 5th Fifth field goal made.
26-yard field goal try here by Seattle. The snap is good. The kick is away and good by Jason Myers. His fifth tonight, a 26-yarder splitting the uprights. Now he has the Super Bowl record with his fifth field goal tonight, and they cash in with the interception thrown by Drake Maye. The defense holds him out of the end zone for 6. They get 3, and the clock is at 5.5 to play in the fourth quarter.
I'll have to remind you here, okay? Let's go back to the third quarter, late third quarter. Drake Maye fumble leads to a Seattle touchdown. Drake Maye would then lead a pretty quick touchdown drive for New England. That's when it was 19-7. The Seahawks punt the ball away. Remember, 19-7, New England within 12 points. That's where Drake Maye throws an interception. You're like, you just fumbled it. On 2 of our last 3 possessions here, Drake Maye, you have turned the ball over. Another one of those possessions was a touchdown. Could you just do more of the touchdown thing? Well, still down 22-7, 5.5 minutes to go. New England can score a touchdown here, and the game is it's within reach. If you do something special here, the game, and by special I mean score 7 points, the game is within reach. Instead, 7 points on the board for the other guys. Drake Maye throws a nail in his own coffin.
Clock is ticking at 4:38, and they trail 22-7. Shotgun snap, 44 Seattle. He's hit as he drops back. The ball free, picked up by Nwosu. Running down the side, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! It's picked off and a touchdown! Seattle has scored on another turnover.
Nwosu with the pick 6, and that's it. 29-7. The game's effectively over, but wait a second. Remember when I told you that, well, now it's been 3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions for New England, but remember when I told you 4.5 minutes to go, I mean, there was a chance a second to go for New England to win it. If you play the numbers game here, there's still, like, the door is open. They just got to score quick, and they did. Drake Maye to Ramondre Stevenson.
Seahawks 7, second goal for the Patriots. Shotgun snap. Here's the 4-man rush. Right-handed Maye escapes and then kind of throws the ball to the side, which is caught by the running back Stevenson, and he is in for a touchdown pass. It was a short one, kind of a shot put type throw. Shuffle pass, if you will, kind of unconventional.
And now it is 29-13. Roughly 2.5 minutes to go. New England needs a series of miracles to win the game. They are barely in the game. It's still a 2-possession game, 29-13, but there was just never a way. After the pick 6 from Nwosu that effectively ended the game, it didn't just effectively, it did. It did end the game, and Kevin Harlan gave Seattle Seahawks fans what they've wanted to hear for now over a decade. You are Super Bowl champions again.
It's 3rd and 1. Here's a shotgun snap to Maye and a sidearm delivery. Got it to his running back, Henderson, who takes it by midfield. Down the near sideline, 40. Down the near sideline, 35. Tackled at the 30. The clock is ticking. 2, 1, and that's it. And the Seattle Seahawks have won Super Bowl 60 in pretty dominating fashion. 29-13. They win their second Vince Lombardi trophy.
That's it. You woke up today, Monday, February 9th, 2026, and the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. The end of last week, I really liked New England. The end of last week, I was complimentary of what New England's able to do in the tight end game. I was complimentary of Drake Maye's ability to scramble, and he showcased that a couple of times in yesterday's game. But on January 4th of 2026, I entered this show and said, hey, guys, the playoffs are ready. Are you? The playoffs are on their way. I think the Seattle Seahawks are the number 1 team in the National Football League. And the reason I gave you then was defense. And the reason it was displayed last night, again, their dominance, the reason their dominance was apparent was their defense. It did not take a Herculean effort from Sam Darnold. And you know what? It didn't really take a Herculean effort from the MVP Kenneth Walker III, who, by the way, had 27 carries for 135 yards, his long of 30 yards. As good as that was, as okay as Sam Darnold was, it didn't take that. It took the defense. 6 sacks, 43 yards in total loss for Drake Maye. And yet still, he broke a record in last night's game. This is a biggest loser stat. Drake Maye broke a record in yesterday's game with 235 yards in the fourth quarter. That is the most passing yards in a single quarter of a Super Bowl in NFL history. He finished with 295 on the day. But it was too late. And even still, in the most important part of this game, the end of the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, 4 possessions for New England. 1 of them is a touchdown. 3 of them are turnovers from Drake Maye. And that's it. The Seattle Seahawks, you probably haven't slept, have you? You're in Bellevue, Washington. You're in Snoqualmie, Washington. You're in Pullman, Washington. You have not slept, have you? Your Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. When we come back, we will hear from Mike McDonald. We will hear from Sam Darnold. We'll hear from DeMarcus Lawrence, who has a Super Bowl ring. Oh, and of course, we'll also hear from Drake Maye and Mike Vrabel. 29-13. The Seahawks, winners of Super Bowl 60. When we come back, hear from the stars. This is Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app, and this is the Drake Toll Show.
Seattle finally got their revenge. Victory against the Patriots.
Trouble all my day. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised, the place where he was born and raised. I've been in trouble. No pleasure here on earth I find. For in this world I'm bound to ramble. I had no friends to help me now. He has no friends to help me now. I'll die upon that train. Perhaps he'll die upon this train.
I got a sweet little baddie and she's rolling in the caddy with me. I got a sweet little baddie and she's rolling in the caddy with me. I got a whole lot of product for my Holy
It is the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports. The Westwood One Sports app. Yeah. Can you feel that? It happened yesterday. It happened. The Super Bowl happened, man. The Super Bowl happened. You are Seth from Tucson, Arizona, and you love it. You love the Super Bowl because you love the Seattle Seahawks. Now your team will be crowned champions of the National Football League. And you know what? You're Daryl. And you're sitting in Hartford, Connecticut. And your favorite team, the New England Patriots, representing all of New England, certainly the whole of New England. You're bummed out today. You're driving to work and you need to pick me up. You need something to get you going. That's a little tougher to conjure up here. Today's a day built for the football fan. It's built for the winner of the Super Bowl. It's built for Seattle Seahawks fans. If you're the New England Patriots, what is your legacy? What does this look like for you? How do you take this in and digest it? Well, I don't want to be all doom and gloom and dour because I told you a week ago, if you're an everyday listener of the Drake Toll Show, you'll remember I told you the New England Patriots are on the precipice of a dynasty. They have, 6 free agents this offseason? Drake Maye still on a rookie contract. There's not a lot to figure out. You're going to bring a good majority back. And Mike Vrabel is still your head coach. And maybe you add a piece or two. I think New England will be right back in this spot next year. Maybe not the Super Bowl, but close to it. Oh, they played the easiest schedule in NFL history. It's the easiest schedule in decades per the efficiency metrics. I don't care. It's any given Sunday, right? They lost to begin the year to Pete Carroll and the Raiders. You forget. People forget. They lost to Pete Carroll to start the year, only to lose to the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl to end the year. They, in an any given Sunday, moniker that you give me, they went to the Super Bowl. That has got to mean something. But then on the flip side of that, Matt Ryan never got back. 28-3, he lost the big game, never got back. Cam Newton against the Broncos, old man Peyton Manning, never got back. Colin Kaepernick barely got back in the NFL. McNabb never got back. Burrow hasn't been back. Goff hasn't been back. Purdy has not been back. Jimmy Garoppolo has not been. Jimmy Garoppolo? Yes, the Super Bowl quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. They might not get back. Today was huge. That's from Sam Block on Drake Maye and Sam Darnold. You might not get back. There's always that possibility. And if there's that another piece to add to the doom and gloom today for New England fans, it's the fact you might not get back. But you've been to plenty at this point, right? You've been to enough. You've seen enough. It's the most blessed fan base in the National Football League, without a doubt. And again, I told you a week ago, this is a dynasty in the making due to the pieces they have returning and the way this is all set up very nicely for the front office moving forward in New England. But in the meantime, that shouldn't be where the focus is. Not yet, at least. Over the course of the show, we'll talk a lot about the Patriots and where they go from here. But this show is about the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. The Super Bowl champion, DeMarcus Lawrence. If you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, I am a Dallas Cow. I grew up rooting for the Cowboys, and when I went to college, that was amplified due to my proximity to Dallas for 5 years. And DeMarcus Lawrence just won a Super Bowl ring his first year out of the fold, outside of the reign of Jerry Jones. Like, just this insult to injury. Why are we talking about the Cowboys today? Well, because it's just one embarrassment after another. And I thought that nugget was probably necessary to drop in there. But again, this is about the Seahawks. Mike McDonald said this team, this conglomerate of players and staff, the best he's ever been around.
Just the best team I've ever been around. The closest, toughest, most connected team I've ever been on. And our guys made it come to life. Everybody in the organization just straight ahead. No drag. Stack days. I love them. I'm actually, like, as great as it is, I wish the season kept going because it's just such a great team.
He sat down with Boomer last night. I was watching on SportsCenter, and Boomer was doing the highlights of the game, and McDonald sat down in the middle of it, third quarter-ish of rewatching this game, and it was you could tell it was his first opportunity. He's kind of breaking down coverages. The dude just won the Super Bowl. He's kind of breaking down coverages and why they're running this and why they're running that and who's making big plays, and I thought, you get to the end of that highlight reel, and Boomer says, and that's it. The Super Bowl champions are the Seattle Seahawks. You just did that. As a second-year head coach in the National Football League, you just did that. Mike McDonald loves this group, as he should. Sam Darnold, let's go back to Mike McDonald. When he talked about Sam Darnold last night on the NFL Network, I thought he was spot on. I thought he nailed a quarterback whose tumultuous career has not ended in a Super Bowl, but added a Super Bowl in the middle. He's not even 30 yet. Added a Super Bowl in the middle of his NFL tenure. Here's what McDonald had to say about Sam Darnold.
And look, this guy, all he does is just play great football. He's a great teammate every day. Same guy every day. Steadfast in his approach. By the way, he's a great football player. And the team loves him, and he's earned it. He's earned it every day. And I can't be more happy for someone than Sam Darnold being a world champion. He's absolutely earned this.
But how much did that?
Sam Darnold was born on the opposite of third base. If the opposite of third base is first base, he wasn't even born there. He was born in the dugout. He was born outside the stadium. He was born a child in the mud, in the grass, miles away from the stadium, and found a way to hit a home run, to win the Super Bowl. Drafted by the Jets, first career pass, a touchdown to the other team. That same Sam Darnold, now on his fourth team, is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Here's what Darnold said on the field after he got his first ring.
It's unbelievable. Just everything that's happened in my career, but to do it with this team, I wouldn't want it any other way. So proud of our guys, our defense. I can't say enough great things about our defense, our special teams. I know we won the Super Bowl, but we could have been a little bit better on offense, but I don't care about that right now. It's an unbelievable feeling, man. I'm just so happy for the guys in the locker room and the coaches that put in so much effort throughout the whole season.
You mentioned everything you've been through, all the ups and downs, all the teams. How did all of that experience help you get to right here?
I think that's it. I think all my teammates, all my coaches I've ever had, always believing in me. I've always believed in myself because of my family and my friends. So it's as simple as that. As long as you believe in yourself, anything's possible.
Congratulations, a Super Bowl champion.
Thank you.
It's a good sentiment, but Addy, I'm not sure how much believing in myself I could have done. I don't think I ever could have been a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Is anything truly possible?
With that attitude, you wouldn't be a Super Bowl quarterback. Come on, you're like 6'4". You're maybe athletic.
All right.
If you could dream it, you could do it.
There. Wasn't even a compliment. That was just my height. Yeah, it's Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything. Sure. Great. It certainly was for Super Bowl champion Sam Darnold. Oh! But for us, what goes up must come down. There's always an inverse. It's kind of how equal, opposite, invert, whatever inertia is. Drake Maye spoke to the media a lot after losing his first opportunity at the big game.
It's been a long ride. They played better than us tonight. They deserved to win that game, and speaking for the whole team and myself, just what a journey it's been for us. I love this team, love those guys in that locker room, and we'll leave it all on the field. And I know a lot of guys do that tonight, and just came up short, didn't play our best, and that's what happens.
Laura, can I hold on? Wait a second. Can I get a breaking news here, please? Per Adam Schefter, as of 6:32 and 41 seconds a.m. Eastern Time, Drake Maye has been sacked again. Oh, no. Another one. That would be the 7th for the Seattle defense against Drake Maye. Maye saying we left it out we all left it out there on the field. A lot of our guys. Yes, the offensive line left the ability to block out on the field. They left that somewhere that was not the actual game itself in Super Bowl 60. Drake Maye, still stoic despite the law. That's enough New England for now. DeMarcus Lawrence, I already mentioned. This is a storyline I don't think that we followed enough coming into the Super Bowl, and it was one of the underlying. We talk, all right, I'll go behind the curtain here. Like, when you take one topic, the Super Bowl, there are a billion different branches where you can go and hit on this or that, or Will McDonough, can you hit on Drake? Can you hit on DeMarcus Lawrence going from Dallas to Seattle and immediately winning the Super Bowl is just further salt in every Cowboys fan's wound. It's further salt for Jerry Jones, who likely won't care because he'll just say that this had nothing to do with DeMarcus Lawrence. But it did. It's huge. And his wife, who's pregnant, was there.
No way, and you just won the Super Bowl.
Where's my wife? She's not in labor, right?
No, I don't believe she is.
Okay, yeah. Man, what an amazing ride. All glory goes to God,
All glory goes to God. All glory goes to God and the Seattle Seahawks. Not the Dallas Cowboys. No glory goes to the Dallas Cowboys for DeMarcus Lawrence, who his first question was, where's my wife? She's 37 weeks pregnant. Is my wife in labor? Like, that's what a day, man. Wife's pregnant. You don't have to play for the Cowboys anymore, and you won the Super Bowl. Pretty good Sunday, if you ask me. And finally, if you ask Mike Vrabel on how tough it is to lose a game like this, he's got a pretty emotional perspective when he tells you about how his players are handling it.
We spend a lot of time together, and I'm sure he's over there talking about all the things that he has to do to improve and what he could have done better. And those are the types of guys that we have. I care deeply about them, and I'm confident that they'll be back and they'll do everything that they can to help this team and improve. And I mean, we won a lot of football games with the guys that we have, and Drake's a big reason why we're here. So I can't wait to get back and coach him again. I'm sure they're going to want a break from me, but the show goes on. We got to get back to work.
Show goes on. Me, that's what I say when I lose $500 betting on the Super Bowl. Not a good Sunday for the boy. Not a good Sunday for the kid, man. I thought, the value's in the underdog. The value's never in the underdog. The Seattle Seahawks dominated 29-13 despite Sam Darnold going 19 for 38. 19 for 38. But you know what he didn't do that Drake Maye did? It was actually something Drake Maye did. Something he did that Sam Darnold did the opposite of. Something Sam Darnold was unable to do that won the Seahawks the Super Bowl. That's that Sam Darnold was unable to turn the ball over. And Drake Maye just turned the ball over. When we return, our biggest losers of the day. Was the halftime show really that bad? Did the halftime show ruin America? Are we not America today because of the halftime show? I've got a couple thoughts. Ethos Life, the easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes, up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam, just a few health questions. Get your free quote at checkethos.com. Check Ethos. Check Ethos. Checkethos.com. Not available in all states. On the other side, our biggest losers of the day. This is the Drake Toll Show.
She just caught the Jamestown ferry. It's not a hot day, January, like she said it'd be if she ever left me. A case of gone was all she carried as she got on the Jamestown ferry. And she said that gone was all she'd ever be. I didn't think that she'd leave me after saying how much she need me, but the fact still remains. I'm sitting there all alone, missing the loving of my baby. Lord, it's about to drive me crazy. She was the sweetest piece of ever I've ever known. She just caught the Jamestown ferry. It's not a hot day, January, like she said it'd be if she ever left me. A case of gone was all she carried as she got on the Jamestown ferry. And she said that gone was all she'd ever be. As I walk through that valley of honky-tonks and bars, I remember how she'd hold me, comfort me with thought. She didn't cuss with every breath. She had a soothing southern drawl, made me feel like a man through it all. She just caught the Jamestown ferry. It's not a hot day, January, like she said it'd be if she ever left me.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. 310-840-4910, 310-840-4910. You came alive today. And you're in Seattle listening to KJRAM, your favorite sports station. And the Drake Toll Show breaks through the cracks to tell you, yes, you, reiterate what you're feeling, reiterate what you thought you saw last night, and that is the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions of the world. And they will not be included today on our Biggest Losers. They won't. They can't be. But that changes the fact, no less, that there are many biggest losers of the day. Biggest loser number one. Actually, number 1 and 2. I'm going to put Addie also in this lifeboat. Laura, you are exempt. Addie and I will say to each other off the air in break in half of the last 8 days, in good old San Fran, or in San Fran City, in the sand. It's pretty bad. Suffice to say, I don't love that one.
It's so good.
And it reminds me that I cannot say San Francisco. All I am able to say is San Fran City because of the one time they let Jamal Charles read a draft pick for the Chiefs. Have you ever seen this, Addie? You ever heard this?
No, I haven't.
All-timer. Jamal Charles has Floyd Mayweather syndrome. He has Leah Michelle syndrome. If you're picking up what I'm putting down here, if you know what these folks have in common. George Washington also had this. Could not do this one thing. And they asked Jamal Charles to embrace his deficiency in front of all of America. And here's how it sounded at the NFL draft.
I'm happy to be here with a back-to-back Kansas City Chief. It's a trade. The San Francisco 49ers have traded a 63 pick to Kansas City Chief. With the 63 pick in the 24 draft, Kansas City select Kinsley Maye from BYU, tackle. Let's go, Chief!
Singular Chief.
He got the BYU part right. The letters were good. I could do BY and U. That's easy.
Oh.
The rest of it, they gave him the toughest name in NFL history to say. Kinsley Maye. Let's go, Chief.
Just one Chief.
Is a trade. Is a trade. Like, he's surprised as he opens the envelope. Is a trade. From the San Fran City 49ers with the 63rd pick. It's every time I think of San Francisco, I think of San Fran City. The San Fran
and the
City
Chief.
49ers, let's go Chief. The Kansas City Chief.
I think he said Chief like 3 or 4 times in there.
Let's go Chief. Never plural.
Real.
One singular Chief. Thank you, Jamal Charles, for I'm the biggest loser today for only thinking of San Fran City. If you were offended by Bad Bunny's show yesterday, look, I get it. I understand. I get it. You've already made up your mind. You have an opinion on this. You're upset. And you didn't like it. You didn't watch it, but you didn't like it. Let's play the agree game. Can we agree the Super Bowl halftime show is predicated on entertainment? Yes, we both agree on that, right? Can we agree that Bad Bunny is one of the largest artists in the entire world? Yeah, we can actually agree on that, too. 85 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Even if you don't listen to him and I don't listen to him, it doesn't mean he's not one of the biggest artists in the world, because he is. Can we agree that the United States, Addie, this is the big point for me, that the United States would send Michael Jackson to Tokyo? Or the United States would send Michael Jackson to South Korea? Or they would send him to Germany or Milan? Maybe they'd send him to, I don't know, Tijuana or Mexico City. Yeah, we all agree that happened. America would send some of its English artists who speak English, to non-English speaking nations. So, is having one of the world's most prominent, like, top 5 artists alive right now based on downloads, views, exposure, perform at your nation's biggest event, a guy who's born in the United States of America. What? Bad Bunny wasn't born in the United States of America. He's not a U.S. citizen. What are you talking about? The United States of America, Puerto Rico, where in like 1899 we walked in there and said, you know what, we'll take this. Oops. A guy who was born there. You know, you don't have to be mad. It's okay to watch it and say, I don't understand what he's saying, and I don't like that music. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to hate it. Guess what? I don't know a lot of Kendrick Lamar, but I enjoyed last year's halftime show because I like to enjoy things. You've been given the option in life to either, and you're listening right now and you're getting mad. You're getting angry. Why? Don't get angry. You can change your mind and be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't have to be mad. I can just agree that, like, sometimes really big artists play in countries and at big events where it's not the native language, where it's not the prominent language. By the way, Puerto Rico has been a part of the U.S. since 1898. I got it wrong. And nobody was mad when Shakira played. I heard a lot of people, my granddad's like, oh, they never had somebody out there who's not from America playing the Super Bowl. They never had somebody out there who's not big in English. What do you think Waka Waka is? It's not any English that I learned, but we weren't mad at Shakira. We weren't mad at Rihanna, not an English. We weren't American citizen. We weren't mad at Coldplay or The Who. You weren't mad at The Who. You loved The Who, even though they touched those girls inappropriately. Allegedly.
No.
You loved The Who.
That's known.
What?
That is known.
Is that alleged?
Not even alleged. That is known. That one, that Pete Townsend. That's known.
Well, they loved The Who. So what if they did that stuff? Come on, man. It's just about music. Wait a second. Like, you got to separate the artist from the art, right? Like, maybe they're a bad guy, but I love The Who. I love their songs. Baba O'Reilly, come on. Rolling Stones, not U.S. citizens. Paul McCartney, not a U.S. citizen. U2, not U.S. citizens. Bad Bunny, from here. No, he's not. He's from Puerto Rico. Yeah, man. We own that. That's ours. Still. You don't have to be mad. And if you didn't like it, that's fine too, man. But Jodo Barnes on Twitter says, what did Bad Bunny do for people to be mad? He had good-looking women, male and female getting married. USA flag led the way. He said, God bless America. If you're pretending to be mad, maybe there's something deeper there. You should just not be mad. Joe Pomp, who I really like, by the way, said many people believe the NFL is making a political statement by picking Bad Bunny to perform at the Super Bowl. But I think it's just as simple as, one, he is the world's most popular artist right now. Two, which I know, again, you're mad. You're like, no, he's not. I don't listen to him. I listen to Diamond Rio. I, too, listen to Diamond Rio. I think the song Bubba Hyde is a classic. Yeah, it's a deep track of Diamond Rio's sets, but it's a great song. I'd be happy they wheeled out Mark Chestnut to do this. I'm cool with that. Let Willie Nelson go do it. I'm not mad that Bad Bunny's there. I wouldn't be mad that they're there. Guess what? Because I can choose to be mad and not to be mad at things in the world. Joe Pomp also says having him perform advances the NFL's long-staged goal of international expansion, which is what they're trying to do. You're less mad about them going to, where are they going? Brisbane next year? You're less mad about that than you are Bad Bunny? I'd be more mad about them playing, I think it's the Niners and Seahawks overseas, or Niners and Rams. And then Joe Pomp says picking someone with a little overlap with the average NFL fan will help the league set a new viewership record, which they did. More people than ever watched the Super Bowl halftime show, so that worked. Economics. If you love economics, if you love when your gas prices go down, if you think like, oh, I love politicians because of their economics, this was an economics move. Got to respect that. If you respect it in one realm, you have to respect it in the other realm. Americans will watch no matter what, and Bad Bunny pulls in new viewers who might not have tuned in otherwise. Music aside, it makes a lot of business sense. Addie, you had thoughts on Bad Bunny?
Yeah, I feel like if you went into it thinking it was going to be bad, then you were already doomed from the start. Like, you go into it with this, like, yeah, I'm not watching this, it's going to be terrible. And I know there was an alternative, and you know what? The great thing about this country is that there was an alternative. You had the freedom to go watch that. You did that. You said, I've seen tweets, I don't want my kids watching Bad Bunny, I want them to watch Kid Rock, who also sang about some bad stuff. But whatever. I digress on that. I feel like if you don't even have to understand a lick of English to know, Spanish, to know that show, the performance was amazing. I mean, come on. They had people disguised as bushes. Can't even get over that.
They did. That's where I'll give you these last two. The people who are in bushes, that was the cinematography was great. If you watch the other Super Bowl halftime show, good for you. I agree with Addy here. Great, awesome. I'm not going to stop you. That's the beauty. It's free for you in America. It's what we do in the country of America. That said, if your whole thing is, I did not watch Bad Bunny because I do not believe in what Bad Bunny stands for, and I do think that Bad Bunny is a bad person for being a nefarious bunny. May I remind you, Kid Rock has the lyrics, young ladies, I like them underage, see? Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. Oh! What if that's your daughter? All right, what if that's your daughter? Also, and again, I'll end it here. You're mad that you can't understand the lyrics from Bad Bunny, but please, again, remember and understand, some of my favorite Kid Rock lyrics are ba-da-da-ba, da-bang-a-bang, diggy-diggy, bump said the boogie, jump bump the boogie.
Yeah.
If you can translate that and tell me what that means, great. Then I'm with you. I'll ride with you. Lastly, history for Drake Maye. He is the worst quarterback in postseason history. He just had the worst Super Bowl since 2000. Those are our biggest losers today. Coming up on the Drake Toll Show, Addy Bates produces. Laura Jimenez runs the board. Our obituaries. Who died today? Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. This is the Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One Sports.
Go on trial just for laughing at the joke, just for saying of the bargain what any sales girl already knows. Most of us old men die at the firing line, just waiting for our number to be called. I guess time just makes fools of us all. Now the king regales his stepson when he's loaded as a gun. Says a real man is like a country. You need a map to find your one. Now I do you suppose you must approach the throne with its back up against the wall. I guess time just makes fools of us all. Minds of my generation gladly conscripted in the war of defending any Goliath that would deign darken the door. Now with your genius for picking battles, it's no wonder every helmet is too small. I guess time just makes fools of us all. I guess time just makes fools of us all. My a rematch. He lost the comeback. He lost for charity. But that's the job. It's what gets the asses in the hall. They came for a beating. And he came to brawl. Serve your client notice that of all the young gods I have known, yours is easily the least famous to turn down the cover of a Rolling Stone. Lily white faces, so familiar and yet impossible to recall. I guess time just makes fools of us all. After a millennia of good times, God said, hey now, let's have a dream where we raise the stakes a little. Come on, let's make things interesting. Parachute into the Anthropocene. An amnesiac, a himbo doll. I guess time does make fools of us all.
It's the Drake Toll Show. Now look, yeah, I don't know a ton of what he is, saying. I struggle to keep up a little bit. That is the Bad Bunny. The evil bunny. There was a really good tweet that says, this ain't got nothing to do with a rabbit. It's like, yep, that's good. That's good. But last night I walked away thinking, oh, it's a really cool beat. And I don't need to understand it to enjoy the song. Addie Bates produces. Laura Jimenez runs the board in Culver City, California. Addie, can you give me 3 fluid sentences without stuttering, every word in English, of Ants Marching by the Dave Matthews Band?
Ba 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 ba.
No.
I hate Dave Matthews Band so much.
Stop.
For real?
Stop.
For real.
You know what? I would rather have the Dave Matthews Band do the Super Bowl than the Bad Bunny because they are from America.
Yeah, just don't be underneath their tour bus on a boat in Chicago. Have you heard about that?
You will get secondhand pooped on. You will get secondhand pooped. Bad Bunny has never secondhand pooped on anyone. He is not.
That we know of.
But I think mostly my reason for being not passionate is the wrong word, but I want to bring a voice of reason as you go into a meeting today where you yourself didn't like the Bad Bunny thing or you loved it. Either way, when your boss looks at you and says, I loved the Bad Bunny show, it was so good, I love him, don't you love him? Like, bring a little, like, hey, whoa. Like, yeah, it was good. It doesn't need to be the greatest of all time. You can say that you didn't like it. You can say you didn't enjoy the music. That's okay. You can say you watched the other halftime show. I think the message is also that if you know, if your boss says that they hated it and they only watched the other halftime show, you can say, hey, we would send Michael Jackson to the biggest event in Tokyo. They don't speak English. It's just because some artists transcend language. Some artists are just huge. That's what you say at the water cooler. You go to the water cooler and you say, well, what about Michael Jackson? We did that all the time. We love sending American artists to Munich. We love doing that. Why can't we just sit and enjoy the cinematography of it? The camera work was crazy. And also because of this, my buddy Jose is from Puerto Rico. He now is a broadcaster in Banana Ball. And he does that awesome thing where he texts ja. It's awesome. It's great.
My
gosh.
gosh.
It's great every time. Right. Obviously it's haha, right. But it's J-A, which gets me every time. It will never not get me, by the way. He texted last night in our group chat and said, I cried a little bit, haha. Man, it makes me happy to show a guy from Puerto Rico, a guy like me, everything is crazy right now in Puerto Rico. That's cool. That's really cool. Like, some human beings are super excited and happy, and I don't think stealing their joy or happiness is going to help you in life. That's it. That's all. That's all. And it's time for our obituaries. It is the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. Obituary number 1. Stephon Diggs. Yeah, there we go. There we go, Laura. There we go. Addie, we delayed. He's not dead. But, we delayed. Remember that one time that he allegedly assaulted his chef and wouldn't pay her and did some really nefarious things? And we collectively as America said, that's good. He plays sport. He get paid play sport. We know.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah, we do it a lot in sports. We say, oh, pro athlete did something bad? Surely not. Come on. Addie, I do foresee Stephon Diggs having a pretty tumultuous next couple of months.
Also, this aside, him and Cardi B unfollow each other on Instagram because he was spotted with his ex-girlfriend near a hotel. Oh my gosh.
Which ex-girlfriend? There are 4 that are having children with him.
No clue, but I'm sure they're going to be at his court hearing.
They're about to get paid, baby. Those ladies are about to get paid. I didn't hate Stephon Diggs until I started learning more about Stephon Diggs, and now I'm like, oh no. What if Stephon Diggs isn't a good guy? What if a pro athlete is bad? Many are asking. Obituaries. Please say goodbye to the Indian Winter Olympics team. Somebody out there. Hey, he has the nerve to stand up for Bad Bunny, but then he calls them Indians. They are Native Americans. No. Like the actual, like India. 1.4 billion people living in their country. And the Himalayas, like the most aggressive mountains of all time. They have 2. They have 2 winter athletes. I would love to know what they do. I didn't do that much research. They have 2 guys. Nice. Smell you later. Rest in peace today, Robert Kraft trying to hide that weird prostitution thing that was busted a few years ago, but now is coming back up. Yeah, there it is. This is great. Bill Belichick's girlfriend wore a shirt tied to Robert Kraft. I'm just reading the headline. Bill Belichick's girlfriend wears shirt tied to Robert Kraft prostitution bust. It says something on it about Asia. Addie?
I think it's the name of the parlor.
Oh, yeah. We didn't really do anything
Dave
about
Portnoy,
that, did we?
Portnoy was really mad.
At the girl?
Yeah, for bringing that back up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, on the day of the Super Bowl? You're going to mention how our owner, allegedly.
Hate to see it.
Allegedly.
Jeez.
Happy ending at a parlor. But remember, Addie, we just covered this. Must I say it again? Must I waste my breath? Guy do sport thing can do whatever he wants. Kind of how it goes. If you're a bad person, and this doesn't have to apply to Stephon Diggs or Robert Kraft, but if you are wanting to defend a billionaire, okay. If you're a bad person and you want to continue to get away with bad things, just be in sport. Just go do the sports thing. Dead today. Every person in the front row of Mardi Gras over the weekend. They're actually mostly alive, but Tyler Shuck threw beads at them, and Addie, they've clocked his arm at 93 miles an hour from the right side at these people. You do Mardi Gras. This is not normal.
I will say, some of them were footballs, which is fine. If they're beads, I've gotten hit upside the head with beads. Those things can be heavy. They hurt.
Oh, I see it now. He's chunking footballs at these children.
Yeah, 90 miles per hour. That's intense. I don't do that. I'm usually a little too drunk for that. I'm strapped in. You have to be strapped into these floats. And you're just throwing stuff.
Gone today, the Lindsey Vonn comeback. I'll get into this a little bit more later. Someone told me it was selfish what she did. So I'm not saying that yet. I want to have an open conversation with you. But if you tear your ACL, it's probably time to let the first alternate who's a better skier than you when you're 42 just have a chance. You know? If I'm thinking about my country and our best shot to win, probably best to let the kid go out there and do it. Not me on my torn ACL. Is that a bad thing to say? Someone mentioned that to me, and I had not thought of that perspective, and I thought, you know what? Maybe that's true.
I think so. There's two. Yes, that's true to a certain extent, but at the same time, like her,
she's a legend.
Showing like the tenacity and the grit, I feel like played a part in Breezy getting first place. I'm not trying to take anything away from Breezy. She's awesome. What she did was amazing. She got gold, but you know, sometimes at a certain point, like, you trust the athlete, and her ACL had nothing to do with this injury. Maybe a little bit, but she got caught.
Yeah, true.
She got caught on a guard with her arm. That's really what happened. It's a dangerous sport. I saw a tweet that it was like, the Summer Olympics. Everybody's having fun. Oh my God, it's summertime. Winter Olympics. They're fighting for their lives. They have a blade on their feet. They're going down this hill. The luge. Come on now.
Luge.
Happened
that luge will kill you if you're not careful.
It has.
Those are the obituaries today. It is time for the Quickie. Top 5 headlines in all of sports. Addie will read them. I'll react. Addie, let's go.
This headline is great for one reason and one reason only. Here you go. Dominant D carry Seahawks to Super Bowl win.
Bonk. Sam Darnold was 19 for 38. Bad. 1 touchdown. 202 yards. 0 interceptions. Good. Sacked 1 time. Good. He's not the reason Seattle won. Didn't need to be. I'm not blaming him. I'm not mad at you, Sam Darnold. You didn't have to do anything more than what you did, and that was protect the football and just do your thing. Drake Maye, sacked 6 times, 43 yards lost. Had a fumble and 2 interceptions, and those came in 3 of 4 drives when the game was on the line. Game on the line, 4 drives with the game within reach, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. Oops. Drake Maye also led New England in rushing. Not good. 5 carries for 37 yards. If we played the college rules, which if my aunt had male parts, she would be my uncle. If we played college rules and we took out yardage for sacks, New England would have had 36 total rushing yards. The Patriots only carried the ball 18 times. They barely ran any plays in this game. That is bad. And really, it goes to show that the Seattle defense is that good. It's a minute.
So Drake Maye had injection for ailing shoulder before the loss.
Look, we can talk all day about Drake Maye's injections. I want whatever they're giving the Olympians. That's what I'm here for. That's the kind of injection that we should be talking about during our headlines today.
His girlfriend's really pushing for it.
The Olympians have it figured out. They are making it, bigger and better. Biggest stage, you gotta be. If you're gonna compete and win at the top level, you gotta be rock hard. It's a long fight to get to the top. So get in there. And you just do what your favorite Olympian is doing. Again, guy good at sport. Do whatever you want. Enlarge your heart.
All right, Kubiak confirms he's taking Raiders coaching job. Surprise.
I loved it. I loved the clip of, like, instead of I'm going to Disney World, Kubiak just, I'm going to Las Vegas. I'm their head coach. Like, we knew that. I thought it kind of sucked a little bit that everybody sent a push notification yesterday. CBS, ESPN, everybody. Breaking. Clint Kubiak to Las Vegas, as if we were shocked. We were already told this was happening. We already knew this. They were talking about it on NBC. Tom Brady is the most obvious spy of all time, has complete unabridged access to genuinely every piece of the NFL, and also is helping pull the strings for the Raiders. He is the puppet master for the Raiders. So credit to Tom for getting his guy. Clint Kubiak's going to Las Vegas. We already knew it was going to happen. Now it's officially happening. And I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win there. I think Brady's going to make sure they win.
Let's get off of football for a second here. I love this one.
Let's
Quad God.
Of football for a second?
Well, let's get off.
Okay.
Yeah. Quad God. U.S. defend figure skating team gold.
Hold on. What?
Quad God. Yeah, it's the name of the team. That's like their little nickname. That's also what they called me in high school.
Can you read this headline in English, please? Please stop reading this Bad Bunny headline and read it in English.
Quad God, comma, U.S.
Quad
defend.
God.
Yes. Oh, golly.
Is that
okay?
like a YouTuber? Is this a streamer?
U.S. defend figure skating team gold. Go off of that, Drake.
Quad God and U.S. defend.
No, I did not say
figure
F.
skating. I'm deducing that the U.S. Olympic skating team won gold.
Do you not know our best male figure skater, Ilya? He's nicknamed the Quad God because he had 5 quadruple jumps.
None of this makes any sense to me. And I think I'm better off for it. I think I'm better off for not knowing what this means. They're just making up new people now. They're making up new names in the world. Qui-Gon Jinn wins luge. Defend U.S. gold medal. What? That's a minute. Congrats,
Sure.
Quad God. Sorry, I was watching the Super Bowl like the rest of us Americans.
That's okay. It was before the Super Bowl, so you could have watched both. Us real sports lovers, okay?
Oh, sorry, I was watching Waste Management like a real American.
Okay. Here it is. Lindsey Vonn has leg surgery after crashing at the Olympics, so she did have surgery.
The crash sucked. The whole thing sucked. Again, someone told me she should have just hung it up and given it to an alternate and said, hey, there's a much better shot. The alternate, who's very, very good at skiing, is better than 42-year-old Lindsey Vonn on a torn ACL. Where I will push back, and this is the spot where I will give an opinion that I heard from a coach last night. It was at dinner with the Bananas coaches. They're like, hey, man, if Tom Brady tears his UCL, if Shohei Ohtani tears his labrum and he's 43 years old, and he's like, Coach, I want the ball. Last drive of the game, I want the ball. And we lose because I gave Shohei Ohtani with a torn labrum the ball when he asked for it at the very end. He's earned that. He deserves that. And I back up my decision. And you know what? That's what we got right here. Is Lindsey Vonn said, I want the ball, Coach. We gave her the ball. And I'm cool with that. Is that good? Did that make sense? Am I okay with that opinion?
Yes. Totally fair.
Wow, thank you. That is Addy Bates, producer of the Drake Toll Show. Laura Jimenez runs the board in Culver City, California. When we return, even more Super Bowl. It's literally what it says on my sheet, on my call sheet. What does this mean for Seattle? What does it mean for Sam Darnold? And what does it mean for Cooper Flagg versus Con Knipple for NBA Rookie of the Year? That's up next. Sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com. Progressivecommercial.com, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. This is the Drake Toll Show.
Seattle finally got their revenge. Victory against the Patriots. The Seahawks are...
Gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah.
darkness world stops turning. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power. And
Welcome back to the Drake Toll Show. Drake Toll with you. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. On this, the day after the Super Bowl, where the Seattle Seahawks came away victorious 29-13 over the New England Patriots. I say hello to you. Arrivederci. I've been learning new languages ever since the Bad Bunny thing last night. I'm inspired. I am with you from the Savannah Bananas organization, Locked on Big 12, and live from Tampa Bay, Florida, where the sun has risen. In a hotel room, room 1112, if you can find which hotel I'm in. All right, search starts now. And disembarking today. What's the difference in disembarking and embarking? Because if I embark on something, right, I'm leaving. He's embarking on a journey. If I'm disembarking, am I Oh, I see Addie's Googling. Addie is furiously...
I've never heard anybody say disembarking.
Really? Okay.
Oh,
okay. I assume it's the opposite of embarking.
This says leave a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Okay, so you... Wow. Okay, so you embark when you go. Mm-hmm. You disembark when you leave a mode of transportation.
Yes, correct.
I'll be embarking then. Hello. On Banana Land at Sea. That's right. 3,000 of your closest fans, who all love the Savannah Bananas, will leave today from Tampa Bay to go to Cozumel, Mexico.
Hey, Drake.
And I will be there. Yes, Addison.
So close. Are you staying at an Embassy Suites by Hilton? By a Waffle House?
What could possibly have given that away?
The CSK behind you?
Oh, that's good. Oh.
There you go, everyone.
Doxed. Good thing I didn't give out my room number.
Jeez, what idiot would do that?
Did you see, you did, but now we have to break it down a bit. The dog...
Tegan?
At the Puppy Bowl?
Tegan?
That had 4 wheels?
Yes.
Something happened. I should tell the world this. I should be transparent. In the break, Addie brought up the dog. She said, did you see the dog? I did see the dog. This dog at the Puppy Bowl was on 4 wheels, just gallivanting around. And I said, and I shouldn't have said this, but I did. I apologize. They should take the dog out back and just end it. And yes, albeit crass, if the dog's 4 legs don't work and it's still like a couple months old, what are we doing here? We're just keeping this thing alive. And turns out we were just keeping this thing alive for no reason because, Laura, if I could get a breaking news here, please. Per Adam Schefter, after suffering irreparable injuries during the Puppy Bowl, the puppy has died.
Wow.
Can I get the gong, Laura?
Actually, Tegan died before the Puppy Bowl. Shortly after it was taped.
Then what are we doing here, man?
Maybe Tegan wanted to have her last hurrah being in the Puppy Bowl, okay? God forbid somebody has goals in life before they pass. That dog is cute.
That dog was cute.
Your dog pees on the floor.
You know what? I watched the Puppy Bowl and I watched the Super Bowl halftime show, and I understood the same amount of words coming from all of it. And that's none.
See what you did there. Yes.
I could understand Tegan and her last words as a dog just the same way I could Bad Bunny. I spent the last 24 hours thinking about it. Not even thinking about it. I haven't had to think about it. We'll get to it in the show. But reading Facebook comments and Twitter comments of people that are mad. They don't know why they're mad. They're just kind of mad. And again, I'm making jest of that today because guess what? You don't have to be mad. It's all good. It's all good. I want to reiterate one more time. If you're like, yeah, well, I wanted to watch the clean, safe for families halftime show. My personal favorite Kid Rock lyrics are, young ladies, I like them underaged. See, some say that's statutory. I say it's mandatory. Ooh.
If there's something to be mad at, guys, it could be that Drake Toll said he's going to take a dog out back and end it. Okay? That's what we should be
dude,
mad at.
Old Yeller, man. Like, you just got, if a dog gets rabies, you got to do what you got to do.
The dog doesn't have rabies.
Bong, da bang, da bang, diggy, diggy. That's the last thing the dog hears.
Gosh, that's awful.
Up jump the boogie boogie. Bonka da bonka dang a dang. Speak English. This is America. Digga digga bonk da bonk. Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion. You, Dale. You! At Merrill Lynch. You live in Anna, Texas. You make the commute every day into Dallas at Merrill Lynch. You are not a Super Bowl champion, but Sam Darnold is. 2 years ago, Sam sat at a small round table in a Hilton ballroom in Las Vegas. Sitting there the week of Super Bowl with the San Francisco 49ers. Is a trade. Let's go, Chief. But no one talked to Sam Darnold. He was the backup quarterback in Las Vegas. No one wanted to talk to Sam Darnold. No one cared about the old New York Jets, Sam Darnold. Number 3 overall draft pick. Another failed quarterback that was drafted by the Jets. This guy sucks. Darnold in 2024 said consistency in the organization. Trusting. If things don't go well, I can trust and keep myself together for a couple years. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is now a Super Bowl champion. What does this mean for Seattle? Number one, people don't understand in the wake of a Super Bowl what it means for the city, what it means to the franchise outside of, yay, Super Bowl. Nice. Winning a Super Bowl adds hundreds of millions to a franchise's market value. And oh, by the way, Addie, did I hear the Seattle Seahawks are being sold?
It's a rumor. It's a rumor.
Allegedly. Winning a Super Bowl adds hundreds of millions of dollars to your franchise's market value. Example of this would be actually the New England Patriots. It's kind of your best example. They were worth $460 million in 2000. 6 titles later, they're a $9 billion franchise. They've gotten better and better. That's gone up and up in New England, in Foxborough, because they continue to win. Oh, and by the way, what this means is you now have leverage. You could increase ticket prices, increase parking fees, increase concessions, and the sellout streak is going to continue. You know why? Because you won the Super Bowl, and no one can complain. Oh, I'll pay $5 extra for parking to watch the Super Bowl champions. I'll pay $25 extra for tickets to watch the Super Bowl champions. Amplify $25 by 70,000. That's a good chunk of money. You go from being a team of local interest, and now you're a national brand. And some of you are saying, well, that's the NFL. There's no team of local interest. Yeah, there are. The Jacksonville Jaguars, those boys aren't appointment television for you. They have local interest in Jacksonville. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now, local interest. I'm sitting in their shadow as we speak, and no one's talking about Tampa Bay football. There are certainly franchises like the Green Bay Packers or the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, that because of what they've done in the past, they're always going to carry more weight. But they're also, even in big markets, the Arizona Cardinals. Local interest. You're not turning on your TV and seeing the Arizona Cardinals talked about today. You are not turning on your TV and seeing the Buffalo Bills talked about today. They're a good team, but still doesn't transcend local interest right now. They don't have the national stalwart moniker next to their name. Now Seattle does. For at the very least, the next year, they'll have more primetime games, more Sundays, more Mondays, more national exposure, more sponsorship revenue. They become a destination for free agents. I want to play for Mike McDonald. I want Sam Darnold to be my quarterback. And now, guys on the roster, this happens a lot in sports. They'll take the hometown discount. I've been here 3 years. I've been here 4 years. Just give me a 2-year deal. Give me a 3-year deal. I'll take $5 million less per year than what you would have given me. And why? Because I want to keep winning championships. You get the big rush, right? You get the parade. Everybody's excited. They didn't sleep in Seattle. Right now, our Seattle affiliate, listening to the Drake Toll Show. It is 4:33 in the morning. You're still awake, or you're just waking up, and you're pinching yourself and saying, I'm alive. We did it. I can't wait to listen to the Drake Toll Show on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. And kids across the country are wearing Seattle Seahawks Sam Darnold shirts and jerseys because you've created a whole generation of lifelong fans who are deprived for, 12 years of this feeling? Also, there is a child right now somewhere in Australia, Thailand, South Korea, Singapore, Mexico, South Africa, England, who's really excited about the Patriots' 7th Super Bowl. Here we go, baby. That shirt is in. That bomber jacket that Mike McDonald was wearing post-game last night, they had one of those for the Patriots too. Surely you can find it somewhere for a high premium. Not only all of that, but the Super Bowl does a ton for cities. It removed, no one's talking about how Oklahoma City is, this ragtag small market. No, you start to lose the loser or small market stigma. Seattle starts to lose that, you lost your basketball team? Seattle. They're kind of middle of the pack. It's not a huge market, not a small market. You lose that. You've gained social capital, shared values that allows the community to work together. We're all working toward Seattle Seahawks support. And studies suggest that a championship can lead to a spillover effect in the workforce. Happy fans report higher job satisfaction and perceived personal competency. Literally, people in the city are going to work harder now, work better now. Cities like Kansas City and New Orleans have been completely reshaped, revamped, gotten a massive facelift because of winning Super Bowls, because of winning in the National Football League. That's how big this is. You've cemented yourself in the category of Super Bowl champion forever and ever and ever. Coming up, Idiots of the Day. Sponsored by Robinhood. You expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood.com/yourmoney. This is the Drake Toll Show.
Seattle.
My homecoming queen in tight denim jeans, mixed with a southern drawl. Likes fried green tomatoes, cornbread and potatoes, and she doesn't have a single flaw. She could program computers or get a job at Hooters, make imagination run wild. Fulfill my wishes, knock me down with kisses, and put me to sleep with a smile. She's champagne in a Dixie cup, catfish, caviar, a Georgia peach, firm and sweet, tight in a mason jar. She makes cotton look like silk, you ought to see her in my truck. But she's got all of everything, champagne in a Dixie cup. Find a place in the country, raise some little pumpkins, listen to the robin sing.
Talk about the weather, plan a lot together, out on the front porch swing. Count lightning bugs, hold hands and hug, let out a rebel yell. Well, there's nothing like a sunrise, a good sip of moonshine, nothing like a southern belle. She's champagne in a Dixie cup, catfish caviar, a Georgia peach, firm and sweet, like in a mason jar. She makes cotton look like silk, you ought to see her in my truck. But she's got all of everything, champagne in a Dixie cup. She makes cotton look like silk, you ought to see her in my truck. But she's got all of everything, champagne in a Dixie cup. Yeah, she's got all of everything, champagne in a Dixie cup.
Hey. Good morning. This is the Drake Toll Show. Drake Toll with you from Tampa Bay, Florida. The Super Bowl. In the books. In the books. And, you know, the game itself, if we had seen what we saw between Seattle and Los Angeles in that 38-37 kind of barn burner. I say kind of. It was a barn burner. It was nuts. That would be the hot button topic. is what a game we got. And if you went to sleep early because it was a boring game, I'm not going to yell at you for you thinking it was a boring game. Somebody's going to get on the air today across the country on national radio and be like, you know what? You shouldn't complain it was a boring game. You're lucky you get to watch football. You're lucky you even have this. Like, I don't know, man. It just wasn't that fun. It wasn't that exciting. And I get that. I'm cool with that, dog. That's fine. But you know what? It was just okay. 29-13 was just okay. The most that happened was toward the end of the third quarter, into the fourth quarter. We also entered the fourth quarter with a score of 12-0. 30 points were scored in the fourth quarter, but by then most of America had kind of tuned it out and they were done. So, of course, we wake up and the prevalent storyline is the halftime show, Bad Bunny. The Bad Bunny. In a 29-13 victory, Seattle, from Darnold to Kenneth Walker III, who was the MVP, to Kupp, to Barner, who caught the first touchdown pass, to Byron Murphy, Ernest Jones, double-digit tackles for Jones. This was DeMarcus Lawrence, Byron Murphy, and DeMarcus Lawrence, Super Bowl champions at the same time. That's pretty awesome. Nwosu with a touchdown, a pick six of 45 yards, 2 interceptions in the game from Drake Maye. When you get a drive chart that is field goal, punt, 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 obviously there are other storylines that will fill the day. And the halftime show's been in there. Hopefully, we can all come to an understanding. This is the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app, and this is our Idiot of the Day.
Idiot of the Day.
I think one of the Idiot of the Days that I will go for here, I read a lot of comments on social media, people that were just upset about the halftime show. And here's kind of the prevalent thing that I have gone back to. Here's the prevalent thing that I've gone back to. This is the phrase that I'm going to stand by and I'm willing to stand by. Is if you chose actively to hate it before going into it, you said, I'm going to hate this because I don't understand it. That's closed-minded. That's the definition of closed-mindedness. If you didn't like it because you decided beforehand that you didn't want to, then your closed-mindedness robbed you of something pretty awesome. Something really cool, actually. And people went nuts. Like, oh no, I hated it. My favorite comment that I got, 2 of them. One was, I had no issue with him as a person doing it, but most of our country don't speak Spanish. To which my response is, apparently most of our country don't speak English either. we ain't very good at either. So maybe he's right. We should go back to English and start over a bit. Most of our country don't speak Spanish. Addy, you haven't read this one, but my second favorite comment that I got of people that are just mad to be mad about the Super Bowl. Again, what I'm saying is if you don't give something a chance, if you just say, I'm not going to watch that, I hate it. That's the definition of being closed-minded. You've closed your mind off to the idea you could watch something and enjoy it. Oh, no. This is a really good comment that I got. I guess in the USA, where English it the first language, we should the ability to push a American button rather than a Spanish button the rest of the world could have pushed if they had wanted to hear it in Spanish. I bet in China, Russia, or Iran, they could give 2 craps less about being open-minded. Yes. In conclusion, in the USA where English it the first language, we should the ability to push an American button, obviously.
Yeah.
And also, America should be more like China, Russia, or Iran. If I'm understanding this correctly, that is the way this reads. Addie, halftime thoughts?
Great countries to look up to. Yes, we should have the American button. I too was very mad about that. I was looking at my remote control. I was like, wow, there's an on, there's an off, there's an up, there's a down, but there's no American button. I have since filed a complaint with Apple TV about their lack of American button on their remotes.
Yeah. Again, you didn't like it because you said you weren't going to like it going into it. I can't help you. I didn't tell you I wasn't going to like the other halftime show going into it. I'll watch it, whatever. I don't really care that much. It's not that deep. Idiot of the day, Brad Botkin? I think it's how you pronounce it. If it's not, it's probably better that I botched it. Brad?
Somehow, the Mavericks won the Luka trade. I'm on record. Getting Cooper.
After he gave the Mavs an F earlier.
It's to no credit to Nico Harrison. It was lightning strike luck. But to end, they never would have got that pick. They would have been in the playoffs with Luka. To get Cooper flag,
the basketball gods definitely look down on him.
I would rather have Cooper than Luka.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Like, you think that they're in a better spot as a franchise right now?
Not immediately, because they were a title contender right then. But if you're making me zoom out and say, who do I want on my team for the next 10 years? If I had the option right now to trade Luka Doncic for Cooper Flag, if I'm a team that's not ready to win right now, there is no question that I'd rather have a Cooper. No question. And honest to God, some of those teams that even need to win right now, I wouldn't take Cooper as my 1A guy. But Cooper is a winning player in a way that Luka's not. This is going to go all over social, and I'm not saying that Luka is not unbelievable. He is.
Hey, y'all better clip this the way you did my James Harden pick.
But the two-way stuff that you get from Cooper Flag, the between-the-line stuff, the intangible stuff, there is winning all over this guy. Now, it's going to take a while to come to fruition in Dallas, but that was not part of Nico's plan. He gets no credit for it. But Brad Tangent here, I think that the Mavericks actually came out winners of the Luka trade. I really do.
What an idiot. Luka can't win the way that Cooper Flag can win.
Because he's fat.
Because fat. If ever you hear someone trying to argue a point or support their own point, and they say things like, it's because the intangibles. It's because the things off the court. It's the things that aren't between the lines. Just know that they have no idea what they're talking about, and they're hoping you don't poke holes in it or ask questions. The Mavericks are 19-33 this season. They've lost 14 more games than they've won. The Lakers are 32-19. They've won 13 more games than they've lost. That's a, 27-game swing of Luka winning a lot more than Cooper Flag? To say that the Mavericks won the trade is stupid. And that's how you land yourself on Idiot of the Day. Of course, also Super Bowl halftime show. NFL Rumors tweets, former #Packers star Brett Favre says he will not watch the halftime show with Bad Bunny, but will watch the alternative halftime show. Hey, first time for everything. I don't think there's ever been an alternative halftime show in American history. And you know what? It's funny. It's led to some really good content on social media. Someone retweets it. You stole money from poor families to build your daughter a volleyball arena. Watch whatever you want. I'm here for the Brett Favre slander at this point, man. I'm in. Our last idiot of the day, Ralph Vacchiano. Vacchiano? It's a good name. It's a good, powerful name. But Ralph releases his way too early 2026 power rankings. And the Seattle Seahawks just aren't number one. What? I hate this. I hate when people do this, man. When they release their power rankings the night of the Super Bowl, just that, oh, look, it'll get an engagement. It'll get clicks. He has the Denver Broncos at 1. If anybody should be at 1, because here's the deal. You can make the case. You'll say, like, oh, well, Seattle's not number one because of what they're going to lose in free agency. Double-digit guys that are in free agency, and, will they re-sign them? How will they operate? Kenneth Walker III, what's that conversation going to look like now that he probably wants a bag, but running backs don't get paid like that anymore in the National Football League. Yeah, that's a reasonable way to try to understand why Ralph would put the Seahawks at third in the NFL, the Super Bowl champions going into 2026. But no, if that's the case, then the New England Patriots should be number one. They're going to return almost everyone and add new pieces. And they'll have, draft picks to continue to add pieces, as well as adding pieces in free agency. Instead, he has the Broncos at 1, the Rams at 2, which, at this point, put the Rams at 1, man. What? The Seahawks are 3, the Patriots 4, the Eagles. He has the Eagles at 5th. This is like a fire Nick Sirianni year. That's what they're entering, is a we might fire Nick Sirianni kind of year. Buffalo Bills 7, Jacksonville Jaguars. Buffalo Bills 6, I should say. Jacksonville Jaguars 7. I think the Jags are going to be a lot better than anyone's expecting. Other surprising picks, Baltimore at 8. That's up 7 spots. They missed the playoffs this year, by the way. Don't know if you remember that. Chicago at 10. They could regress. I could see them regressing. The Kansas City Chiefs at 11 and the Houston Texans at 12 with the Detroit Lions at 13. That's low. Speaking of low, San Francisco, 15th in the NFL in these power rankings. Gross. Yikes. And the last one that was not surprising at all, the Jets at 32nd. Yeah, go ahead. Put the Jets at 32nd in the National Football League. That makes a lot of sense. And the Panthers and Steelers at 23rd and 24. Ugh, gross. Coming up, let's take you back and replay the best of the highlights from the Super Bowl. This, as heard on Westwood One, is the Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One Sports.
Dear friend, if you want to feel better, don't let the devil make you toss this letter. If you've been crushed up by voodoo, the wizard or the lizard, you got family trouble, man trouble, woman trouble, no night through the rubble. You're looking for a true friend or a true lover, or if you've been living undercover. Well, I'm coming to your town to break it all down and help you with all of this. I'm looking to help you find bliss. One day, one way, can't miss. I'm here to tear all the walls down. Doesn't matter if it's a large town or a small town. Just like Joshua and the fabled walls of Jericho, I'm here to tear down the institution. God spoke to me, said, listen to me. I anoint you with the power that'll get them all moving. You're agitated, you're prayed and meditated, you're concentrated on getting elevated. By sundown, one day, you who come will be blessed with a big money blessing. You will be doubted by all the unbelievers on all of the things I'm addressing. But you must tell 7 friends. You must first bring 7 friends. And don't be selfish and keep this all to yourself and don't eat shellfish. Hate is trying to take someone else's love for yourself. But I'm here to tell you that love is trying to help someone else. I realize that you have tried and are just about ready to give up. But I got good news for you. God has spoken to my mind and told me to tell you to get moving in the right direction for a change. I'm gonna put you in the fast lane. You need to see me right away so I can fix this up. You need to see me right away. You need to see me right away so I can fix this up. You need to see me right about now. God 7, open up the windows of heaven and pour out a rich and mighty blessing. Not on this town or her town, but your town. Are you ready for the message? I have a special financial blessing that once I have placed in your hand. Yeah, I want you to begin using this blessing on the very first day that you can. And if you are suffering a strange sickness, or someone is blocking up all of your success, you need to see me right away so I can fix this. Sounds sincerely yours in faith, love, and peace.
reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern. As they speed through the finish, the flags go down. The fans get up and they get out of town. The arena is empty, except for one man still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's driving and striving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance. No trophy, no flowers, no flashbulbs, no wine. He's haunted by something he cannot define. Bowel-shaking earthquakes of doubt and remorse assail him, impale him with monster truck force. In his mind, he's still driving, still making the grade. She's hoping in time that her memories will fade. Cause he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup. But he's striving and driving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. Cause he's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's racing.
Hey, Macklemore, can we go thrift shopping?
What?
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is King Awesome. Walk into the club like, what up? I got a big.
It is the Drake Toll Show. Macklemore. Addie Bates, where is Macklemore from?
California? No, Seattle.
Oh, no,
Seattle.
Oh,
Seattle.
Seattle.
Sorry, I was focused on the fact that I was worried you were going to give us the uncensored version. I was like, oh, God.
No,
I freaked out.
no.
I freaked out. I was sitting there panicking.
Who is the number one artist from Seattle?
Of all time?
Yeah, no doubt, all time.
Is it Nirvana?
I would say Nirvana. Yeah, I think Nirvana's up there for sure. I always thought in my brain that Dave Matthews Band was Seattle. I don't think they are.
Even if they were, they would not be number one.
Right. I'm just naming big artists. Eddie Vedder, Pearl Jam.
Come on,
Pearl
there's
Jam,
another one.
That's Seattle. Train. Train to Seattle.
What about Alice in Chains?
Back in the atmosphere. What's that?
Alice in Chains?
Alice in Chains is Seattle? Is that true?
Yes, grunge.
Oh, sorry. This is like earlier when you said that Tootsie won the Thigh Bowl or whatever that was.
Oh, my gosh.
Something about the Olympics.
Yes, Ilya. From Vienna, Virginia, actually. Right around the corner from me.
Ilya?
Quad God.
What kind of name is Ilya, huh?
Kind of
Sounds
name
like
is
one of them Bad Bunny halftime show names.
like Cannon.
This is America. We name our kids things like Tanner.
And Kaylee with like 20 letters.
Drake. Maye. This is the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. You can call or text my personal cell phone number, 310-840-4910, 310-840-4910.
You can also visit him. You can visit him at his hotel, actually.
Who sponsors the show? You expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at robinhood.com/yourmoney. Addie Bates produces from Washington, D.C. You may have fallen asleep. You may not have cared. You may not have cared. You may have gotten to the end of the halftime show and thought, I watched either of them and I don't care. This game sucks. And you went to bed. And if you did, again, I'm not the guy who's going to get on the show today and yell at you. Some people will yell at you. Oh, if you didn't enjoy, if you thought it was a bad Super Bowl, you just hate defense. You just don't know how to watch football. People will say that, man. They'll get on you. They'll try to make you feel bad for this. You shouldn't. Oh, you shouldn't. It is what it is. And you know what? I'm still going to go through the highlights. If I was to take you through all the first half highlights, it would sound like nothing. Just like this endless void of Kevin Harlan hoping that anything happens. But you know what? Whatever. First drive of the game, Jason Myers, 33 yards out. Take the lead.
Jason Myers of the Seahawks will try a 34-yard field goal on the Super Bowl logo. Good snap, ball put down, line drive, kick is away and good. 3-0. Seahawks have scored first here in Super Bowl 60.
Yay. Woo. Super exciting. Good stuff. Come on, points on the board. Love the over here. 3-0. Then we go to the second quarter where it's still 3-0. And Jason Myers does it again.
It'll be Jason Myers trying a 39-yard field goal. Wind at his back. And it will be on that Super Bowl logo. Good snap, ball put down. Right-footed kick is perfect. Right down the middle, end over end. It's 6-0 Seattle, 11-16 second quarter.
I'll spare you the last one. 11 seconds to go in the second half. I'll Kevin Harlan. It's Myers from 41. Wind at his back. Stole the snap. Dixon the hold. And he's good. It's now 9-0. And that was it. That was the entire first half. The drive chart reads like this. Field goal. Thank you, Seattle. Punt, 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 punt. Field goal. Punt, punt, punt. Field goal. End of half. 9-0 going into the halftime show. Then, of course, the second half opens with a 3-and-out. New England, punt. Followed up by another Seattle field goal. It is now 12-0. But this is the real story. A Byron Murphy sack in the third quarter that we could replay this 7 times, and it would be completely indicative of how the game went for Drake Maye, who is in a blender.
27 of New England. Shotgun snap to the Patriot quarterback. 1st and 10. Crumbling pocket grab. Lassoed. Brought down. Sack. Just outside the hash. Back inside the 25-yard line in New England. 4th sack. Boy, they came at him from every direction.
Some are saying that Drake Maye is still being sacked to this day. Also, Kevin Harlan, pause. We will be... Clip that, Addie. Just that last little bit right there. You caught it, huh? You in there?
I have a question. Did you say
earlier?
Did you say Dixon the hold? Is that what you said?
I did say Dixon the hold.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Dixon, like the street in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yes.
He is the holder.
Okay, cool.
He held the ball.
No, yeah, that totally. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's just clarification. Just want to make sure I enunciate my words.
Mm-hmm.
Byron Murphy sack. It's 12-0. Then finally, the first touchdown of the Super Bowl, thanks to the likely Super Bowl QB who's building a dynasty. You know him. You love him. Sam Darnold.
Darnold under center. 5 on the defensive line. He gets the snap, turns right, fakes the handoff. Here comes the blitz. There goes the throw in zone. Caught touchdown! Caught touchdown! Barner, the tight end, over the shoulder catch in the corner of the end zone. And we've got our first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
You understand that emotion for Kevin Harlan is just him being really excited to finally see a touchdown. Thought it would never happen. Past that, let's do this. Let's read the drive chart for just New England. Like once that is on the board and Seattle finally has a touchdown, here's what the drive chart had looked like at that point for Mike Vrabel's team. Punt, 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 end of half. Punt, punt, punt. Fumble. Are you noticing a trend? Punts and a fumble. And that was a Drake Maye fumble, by the way, that set up the touchdown for Seattle to go up 19-0. But wait a second. Early in the fourth quarter still, down by 3 possessions. If New England scores and scores quickly, we still have a game. There is time left. Chicago proved this for New England to win. 19-0, they get the ball. And they go 65 yards in just 3 plays, 57 seconds. And all of a sudden, 19-7 is a little bit more dangerous. It was Drake Maye on a long touchdown to Mac Hollins.
There goes Maye on 1st and 10, heaving it long, throws, caught, touchdown, far side. Grabbed on that far side by Mac Hollins, and over-the-shoulder catch at the pylon far side of the end zone. A 35-yard strike.
19-7. Now you need a defensive stop if you're New England. If you can get a stop and get the ball back, this could be a game. And you did. Seattle would go 4 plays, 10 yards, and they would punt. It's 19-7. New England just forced Seattle into a possession that was less than 2 minutes. Still about 10 minutes left to go in the game. You're down by 12. You have the football. And Drake Maye does what Drake Maye did all during crunch time. And let's turn the ball over. An interception down by 12 that gave the ball back to Seattle. And it felt like at that point, probably this game's over, especially if Seattle scores a touchdown. That would have made it 26-7. It's got to be done. But instead, again, it's a Jason Myers record-setting field goal.
26-yard field goal try here by Seattle. The snap is good. The kick is away and good by Jason Myers. His 5th tonight, a 26-yarder splitting the uprights. Now he has the Super Bowl record with his 5th field goal tonight, and they cash in with the interception thrown by Drake Maye. The defense holds him out of the end zone for 6. They get 3, and the clock is at 5.5 to play in the fourth quarter.
All right, 5.5 to go. Couple timeouts in there, 2-minute warning. So wait a second. You're down by 15, 5.5 to go. You could score. You just scored within a minute. New England did, right? You do that again. There's 4 minutes to go, we'll say. And you're only down by 7. There's a 2-point conversion in there for sure. But you land that. You're down by 7 with 4.5 minutes to go. 2-minute warning still at your disposal. Timeouts. Like, there's a way New England wins this game. They're still somehow in it with 5 minutes remaining, 5.5 remaining, 22-7 the score. Until Drake Maye throws his second touchdown pass of the afternoon. Problem is, it goes to the Seattle Seahawks.
Clock is ticking at 4:38, and they trail 22-7. Shotgun snap, 44 Seattle. He's hit as he drops back. The ball free, picked up by Noosu. Running down the side, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! It's picked off and a touchdown! Seattle has scored on another turnover.
Yep, that'll do it. 29-27. That will do it, right? I mean, you know, there's like 4:30 to go. You're down by 22. I mean, that's it, right? Maybe not. I mean, mathematically, it's not over, right? Drake Maye, 7 yards to Ramondre Stevenson.
Seahawks 7, second goal for the Patriots. Shotgun snap. Here's the 4-man rush. The right-handed Maye escapes and then kind of throws the ball to the side, which is caught by the running back Stevenson, and he is in for a touchdown pass. It was a short one, kind of a shot put type throw. Shuffle pass, if you will, kind of unconventional.
So again, a couple timeouts in your back pocket. Okay. 2.5 minutes to go. Okay. And if your 2-point conversion is good, you're down by 14. Crazier things have happened. But there was nothing crazy to happen in Santa Clara on Sunday night. This game was over. And Kevin Harlan told Seattle Seahawks fans that they had won the Super Bowl.
It's 3rd and 1. Here's a shotgun snap to Maye and a sidearm delivery. Got it to his running back, Henderson, who takes it by midfield. Down the near sideline, 40. Down the near sideline, 35. Tackled at the 30. The clock is ticking. 2, 1, and that's it. And the Seattle Seahawks have won Super Bowl 60 in pretty dominating fashion. 29-13, they win their second Vince Lombardi trophy.
Drake Maye has been in the NFL for 2 seasons. He had a QBR of 16.3 yesterday. 16.3. That is the lowest QBR he's had in his entire career. He did set a record for the most passing yards thrown in a single quarter in the Super Bowl ever. Drake Maye owns that record in last night's game, in the quarter you probably missed. He threw for 235 yards in the fourth quarter. 235 yards. Oh, and by the way, prior to that, he had thrown for 60 all game. Finally, they open up. They open up the offense and say, hey, let's sling the ball around the yard. And it worked. Here's the problem. Here's why New England could not come back. Here's why New England was still thwarted. Because listen to this. Down 12-0 with the football. Drake Maye fumbles. It leads to a Seahawks touchdown. Then down 19-0. What does Drake Maye do? Throws a touchdown. A deep touchdown. Okay, fumble, but responds to the touchdown. We're back in the game 19-7. Seattle punts the ball 19-7. Come on, boys, let's go score. Interception. Seattle field goal, okay, 22-7. We're still okay. Let's go score. Interception. So Drake Maye, in the 4 most crucial drives of the entire game, with the game still in reach, goes fumble, touchdown, interception, interception. Again, I want to read you every drive result for New England. Punt, punt, punt. Punt, punt, end of half, punt. Punt, punt, fumble, touchdown, interception, interception, touchdown, end of game. Whole lot of punts, whole lot of turnovers, whole lot of Drake Maye being bad because the number 1 defense in the NFL per DVOA, one of the top defenses, I should say. Not number 1 all time, but one of the top efficiency defenses in the last 2 decades. The Seattle Seahawks were just that good. And now citizens of that city, fans of that franchise, will remember forever where they were the day the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl for the second time on the back of Kenneth Walker, who had 27 carries for 135 yards. That's pretty darn good right there. And on the other side, where the New England Patriots only carried the ball 18 times, playing from behind, trying to throw the ball, and never finding footing. Losing, getting more than doubled up, 29-13 in the big game in Santa Clara, with an all-time bad performance from Drake Maye, who was sacked 6 times. 6 times. Ooh, not good. Not good at all. Coming up, not to rub it in, but he is the New England Patriots expert. Cameron Stewart, host of the Wicked Boston Show, who was in San Francisco all week long covering this game, joins to give us the pulse of New England. I just told you, Seattle fans, they've painted the town. They're climbing light poles. They're going to Dick's and they're getting burgers for like $3. Really good burger, by the way. For New England fans, now what? Where is the will to go on? Where is the will to move forward? Let's find out. This is the Drake Toll Show.
Seattle final.
Well, it's Sunday morning and the sun is shining in my eye that is opened and my head is spinning. Was the life of the party. I can't stop grinning. I had too much tequila last night. Jose Cuervo, you young, my mama read me nursery rhymes beside my bed. And though they sounded mighty fine, they made no sense to me. Now that I am all grown up, it seems my nights have changed as such. So I went out and made me up a nursery rhyme for me. It goes bar light, bar bright, first bar that I see tonight. Wish I might find someone to hold me tight. Hey, diddle diddle, the man with the fiddle and the girl sing along with the tunes. Just one more dance till you turn out the lights and you can shut down this saloon. You know, I never understood how a big old gal could raise no kids in a shoe. And any old jack goes jumping a candle needs to find something better to do. And a rub-a-dub-dub 3 minute a tub sure sounds kind of funny to me. So I made up a honky-tonk.
Drums keep pounding a rhythm to the brain. La da 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 dee. Da 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 da.
Back in the Drake Toll Show, Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. On Monday, February 9th, 8:22 and 46 seconds in the AM on the East Coast. And the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions once again. Cameron Stewart of the Wicked Boston show with Cam Stewart joins the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app on the hotline. Cam, as somebody who closely covers the New England Patriots, somebody who lives in Boston, there are fans of their favorite sports team, favorite NFL team. There are Dallas Cowboys fans who are 30 years old who do not know what it feels like to go through the pain of losing a Super Bowl, to feel a city mourn the loss of a Super Bowl. What is the pulse in Boston today?
I like this, by the way. This shows you how battle tested I am. This is the fourth one that I have remembered of the Patriots losing. It's a slow day, Drake. It is a slow day out here. People are a little more anxious in their Dunkin' line today than normal. It's a tough feeling. I will say it is a different feeling from the 3 losses that we had under Brady, because those were all expected to win. This one, I don't like using the term house money in the Super Bowl, but it was the first time, being a Patriots fan of my generation, that it was kind of just an accomplishment to be there. But no, it still sucks, especially with that performance that you put out there. It still feels like the beginning of something, but it probably doesn't feel quite as much like it this morning.
And I know it's still fresh. We're 10 hours removed from the finish of the Super Bowl, but in a game where New England's offense was beaten around, namely the offensive line, how much credit is given to the Seattle Seahawks for their ability to perform on the biggest stage? And how much of this was just New England and O-line that did give up 5 or more sacks in multiple playoff games? How much of this was just New England not showing up?
I mean, you got to give a ton of credit to Seattle. Like, the Patriots' offensive line wasn't good the entire postseason, and yet they won 3 games to get there. Seattle was the only one that really shut the team down. I mean, you can argue about the Denver game. The snow comes in, so maybe you can argue Denver. But, Seattle really made the most out of it. The Patriots didn't have a turnover in that Denver game. They had 3 in this game. So, I mean, you got to give a ton of credit to the Seahawks defense, which will be, because of this Super Bowl, really be remembered as a historically good defense, not just one that was really good in its year and helped them get to the Super Bowl. When people look back and see this performance and see that, they won without 200 passing yards from Sam Darnold, they'll say, wow, I mean, we got to put that up there with the 15 Broncos and the 85 Bears and the 2000 Ravens. Like, they're going to be remembered kind of in that ilk. And I think they should be. They've been that good in the entire postseason, and really the entire regular season. The Patriots offensive line stinks. And they made some big mistakes themselves, this Patriots offense, and Drake Maye, but you do have to give a ton of credit to how good the Seahawks defense is. I mean, that shouldn't have surprised anyone, but the way they played, especially through 3 quarters of this game, was historic.
Cameron Stewart of the Wicked Boston Show joining the Drake Toll Show. Cam, I read a tweet this morning that labeled some of the quarterbacks who have made the Super Bowl in the last couple of decades and never gotten back. I mean, from Matt Ryan getting 1 shot, Cam Newton getting 1 shot, Burrow hasn't been back, Brock Purdy has yet to be back. What does it take? How long until Drake Maye and Mike Vrabel are in the big game again? Or do you see this New England roster and the way it shakes out for the next couple of seasons as a flash in the pan?
I do still think, and it's tough to see this morning, but I do still think that this is the beginning of something and that they will get back there. I know history isn't really on their side in terms of those guys who lose the first time. The only one that sticks out to me is like John Elway. But, you talk about Dan Marino, went in his second year at the same age as Maye and never went back. And he's one of the greatest to ever do it. But I think the difference between those recent examples and this Patriots one is truly how the Patriots are ahead of schedule here. They've got almost more money to spend than I think anyone but one team in the league. That's because Dallas cleared the books on Micah Parsons. Like, they have got a ton of money to spend in free agency. They really shouldn't have been a Super Bowl contender this year. And I know maybe this is going to feed into it, but I know we'll hear the line of, like, this is one of the worst teams to ever make the Super Bowl. And when you look at how they performed there and you take another critical look at the roster, you're like, yeah, this wasn't the team that should have gotten there. You compare it to Brady's first Super Bowl team when he came in for Drew Bledsoe in 2001, and that team had a much better offensive line, had a much better run game. It was more tooled towards winning with a young quarterback. This team was tooled more towards, how can a good quarterback elevate us throughout the year, and he really did with this offensive line play. The receiving room was nothing lethal. I think we would have told you that going into the game. So I'm taking that as a positive. That means they've got plenty of opportunity to build with a quarterback who's still on his rookie contract. So I see that more so than a culmination team like the 15 Panthers and Cam Newton. And it does give me hope that they will be back here. This is probably, I hope, just the beginning of this.
Cam, one of the storylines that I felt like was overlooked nationally coming into the Super Bowl was Stephon Diggs. And honestly, his future in the National Football League at this point, given the off-the-field issues and what he'll face in the next few months, and continued accusations, by the way, maybe the most daunting of them, Cardi B has unfollowed him, whatever that means. I'm being told that's there's making up names nowadays. Cam, what is the future of Stephon Diggs in New England, and is it more important to ask the question, what is the future of Stephon Diggs in the National Football League?
Yeah, I think maybe the second one's more important. I don't think if Stephon Diggs is playing in the NFL next year, I have a good feeling he's playing for the New England Patriots. He's getting good money coming in, and I think it behooves him to play for the Patriots. I don't know if he's going to get a better situation than this right now, and where they're going. But yeah, this has not really been talked about much in the build-up to a Super Bowl, which is when all the salacious stories come out, right? Don't know where that is headed. They obviously pushed back his court date. It was going to be right before the AFC Championship game. And I know this sounds weird, and it's not the basis of how we do law in the courtroom, but in the NFL, so often we see something get leaked, whether it be a video or a photo, and that's what kind of forces the league's hand. Not saying it should be that way, but usually that's what happens. We saw it with Ray Rice and Adrian Peterson. That's what kind of forces the league to take some action. And without that yet, I mean, we're just going to go off of what happens in court, and we know how flawed that system can be, especially with a really rich guy on one side. So we'll see. But if he's playing in the NFL, and I have a good feeling it's going to be with the Patriots.
Yeah, I think you've touched on what we said at the top of the show is if rich guy play football, do whatever want. That's kind of your go-to there.
Man.
Keep it simple.
Usually. But by the way, I've been listening to the show. I haven't heard the Boston sports fan. Does he get the day off after losing the Super Bowl?
Crazy Boston sports fan has not called in yet today. I was expecting to hear from him, but we have not, and it only makes sense given he's probably still either asleep or violently hungover in the worst
Sad
way.
Boston sports fan, more like it.
Yeah. I'm sure he is wherever he may be. The BetMGM, by the way, odds to win the Super Bowl in 2026, 27 are out, obviously. Of course they would be, naturally. The Jets, the Dolphins, the Cardinals bring up the caboose. The Seahawks are number one. The Rams right behind them. Ravens, Bills, Packers, Eagles. Then finally you get to the Patriots. Is it justifiable to have New England in the same category as the Chargers and the Lions in that 7 through 10 spot going into the NFL next year?
I'd probably put them ahead of the Ravens, getting a new head coach and an MVP but uncertain guy at quarterback. But I guess that's fair around where the Chargers are. MVP level quarterback, according to some, with the LA Chargers. Bad offensive line, something that they're hoping to get fixed. But I think the Patriots are probably. I would have just blind tested them, had them fourth or fifth in this next year's odds. I mean, they've got all the good pieces still, other than you do probably have to question whether you have the franchise left tackle, which I don't think they were questioning before the postseason. You've got the franchise quarterback. You've got the franchise cornerback. You've got the coach. You've got a young core that you're building around. You've got veterans under good contracts, like money to spend. I think you're in a good place if you're a Patriots fan. I guess, again, not today, but you're in a pretty good place here. I'd have them in that fourth and fifth range. What would they be at that you said, seventh?
Yeah. Somewhere in that 7 to 10 mark per BetMGM. So buy now per Cam Stewart of the Wicked Boston Show when it comes to next year's Super Bowl odds, the New England Patriots. Cam, before we get you out of here, you ever heard of this Bad Bunny?
No.
That's it. Those are your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show, huh?
I never heard of him. Didn't know if it was a male or a female till last night.
Yep.
No Kid Rock option at my Super Bowl party. I couldn't believe it. I thought it looked good. I don't speak Spanish, so it was tough for me, but the vibes were good. That's about it.
I think it's a good synopsis. I don't speak Spanish, but the vibes were good, is what I think half of America woke up feeling today. Yeah. And a good synopsis of it at Real Cam Stewart on Twitter. Cam, thanks for your time.
Anytime.
Love the thought from him there about not just the future of Stephon Diggs, the New England Patriots the next few years, but it's so interesting to think about. Man, if you are a 15-year-old Arizona Cardinals fan, you don't know how it feels. If you're a 30-year-old Dallas Cowboys fan, you don't know how it feels to watch your team lose a Super Bowl. You don't know how it feels to live in a city where if you're a 20-year-old Raiders fan, and they moved cities, right? If you're a Chargers fan, you don't know what it feels like to lose in the big game, the build-up till you get there, and then bang, the rug is pulled out from underneath you. And it sucks. It sucks to be an Atlanta Falcons fan and watch what happened 28-3. It sucks to be a 49ers fan. I feel like you're getting there, you're on the precipice of it, and then you're losing. It sucks. But for New England Patriots fans, I think you've won enough to take a couple off the chin and be okay. I'm not sure if it lessens the blow or makes the sting any better, but I think you'll be okay. The sun will come up in Boston, Massachusetts, in Winthrop, in Cambridge tomorrow. When we return, here's how the entire city of Seattle is changed forever and how a dynasty has been born. Oh, and Music Monday. This is Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app, and this is the Drake Toll Show.
Seattle sits on top of the foot.
Take a step back, take a look at your life, hug your children, kiss your wife, know your neighbor, leave the keys in your truck, do yourself a favor, try your luck, take a step back, take a step back, take a step back, take a step back, everybody stop where you're at, take a step back. Take a step back to the way it was when people were crazy. Love was enough. A little more old soul, a little more lay low. Give me just a little more of your heart. I said ready, set, start. Take a step back, take a step back, take a step back, take a step back. Everybody stop where you're at. Take a step back. No more tomorrows, no more today got away from it. Come on, bring it on home. 1, 2, 3, take a step back. Take a step back. Take a step back. Take a step back. Everybody stop where you're at. Take a step back. You know it. Take a step back. Take a step back. Take a step back. Take a step back. Everybody stop where you're at. Take a step back. Take a step back, take a step back, take a step back, take a step back. Everybody stop where you're at. Take a step back. Everybody stop where you're at. Take a step back. Everybody stop. Yes, sir. Take a step back.
Now one of these days I'll wake up tired of the life I'm living and feel inspired to get off my ass and be on my way. One of these days I'll wake up steady and ready to go like Richard Petty. I'm gonna wake up and change my ways. One of these days, one of these days, I'm gonna find me a better way to live my life and carry on without the strife. I know it won't come easy, but believe me when I say I'm gonna wake up and change my ways. One of these days, one of these days I'm coming up to it, gonna put my foot right down and do it. It's about damn time. It's about damn time. I made a change. One of these days I'm bound for glory, and that's the moral of this whole story. I'm gonna wake up and change my ways. One of these days. One of these days, I'm gonna find me a better way to live my life and carry on without the strife. I know it won't come easy, but believe me when when I say I'm gonna wake up and change my ways one of these days. One of these days, I'm gonna find me a better way to live my life and carry on without the strife. I know it won't come easy, but believe me when I say I'm gonna wake up and change my ways one of these days. I'm gonna wake up and change my ways one of these days.
I got a sweet little baddie and she rolling in the caddy with me.
It is the Drake Toll Show. Westwood One Sports, the Westwood One Sports app. There are 300 radio stations, over 300 radio stations in the country carrying this show right now. How in the world, let's think about this. You've made decisions in your life or death decisions that have gotten you to this moment, to this point, to this level of existence, right? What did I do? What did I do? What did you do? What did we do collectively as a society to ensure that on Friday, Jim Rome from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. got you from work to home? And that last night, Kevin Harlan called the Super Bowl play-by-play on Westwood One Sports. And then this morning, you woke up, I woke up, and some guy from Valonia, Arkansas, population 3,500, sat here and got to tell you that Drake Maye was ass and its offensive line sucked. Pretty good analysis if you ask me. I've been preparing for this for a long time in my life, be able to look at the stat sheet and tell you that a guy who threw 60 yards total in the first 3 quarters did not have a very good football game. A guy who was sacked 6 times for 43 yards lost did not have a good football game. A guy who had a 16.3 QBR, did not have a good football game. I went to journalism school at Baylor. I started my own broadcast network when I was 16. Couldn't even drive yet. I was a late driver. In Valonia, Arkansas. Now here we are. It all led to this. And Tegan is dead. Dong. Sorry, Addie. It was Addie's favorite dog at the Puppy Bowl. She really liked Tegan.
I can't get over the fact. How old were you when you started driving?
17.
Woof.
Woof.
Biggest
Don't woof
loser.
me. Stop. I took my time.
Mm-hmm.
Road's scary. People die on it every day.
Yeah, with you on the road.
I almost got my Flyers license instead. Way safer. Speaking of, this is good. I was in the elevator yesterday with Andrew Bartman. You would not know who that is. Maybe you do. Andrew Bartman, his wife, and his daughter. They're on the cruise with us. He's the assistant coach of the Texas Tailgaters. The Texas Tailgaters are who, Addie?
Texas?
Close. They are in the Banana Ball Championship League, the BBCL.
Yeah, the BBC. Oh.
And we'll compete next year in the league, I guess in a few weeks as we begin. And their assistant coach is in the elevator with his wife and his daughter. And I made a quip. I was like, hey, 40% of water-related deaths in the last decade have been on cruise ships. And he was like, stop.
Why would you
and then I was
say
like,
that?
oh, also, I was like, also, did you know that as it pertains to cruise ships, and I start like rattling off these fake statistics that just aren't real. And finally, like his wife, who I've not met, smacks me.
Good.
Apparently their daughter is deathly afraid of boats and water and the ocean.
You're awful.
She's probably 10. Oh, dude, I ruined their whole vacation.
You're terrible.
I completely ruined their vacation.
Over under the daughter pushes you off.
I mean, at this point, I'd welcome it. It's fine. A defensive masterclass. Second year of Mike McDonald, number 1 scoring defense in the NFL, 17.2 points per game. Historic. 4.7 yards per play. Did you know that's the best mark for the Seattle Seahawks since the Legion of Boom? The Legion of Boom. Oh, and by the way, not only is the defense extremely good, Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's the best wide receiver in the world. 2,000 receiving yards this year, the postseason, regular season combined. Oh, and he's 24 years old. An offense that ranked number 3 in the NFL in scoring. A defense that was number 1 in points allowed per game. An offense that was number 3 in scoring overall. Yeah. Quarterbacks in a blender. Witherspoon and company in the secondary. Defensive pass efficiency. Second lowest blitzing rate in the NFL, by the way, 19%. Yet still, their defensive pass efficiency led the NFL. Oh, and they sacked the quarterback, that being Drake Maye, 6 times. For a defense that was second lowest in the NFL in pressure rate. Oh. They didn't blitz. Second lowest in blitz rate, I should say. Yet still get pressure. Sam Darnold, career high completion percentage, 68%. Yards per attempt, 8.5. And his 123.1 passer rating on play action was 5th best in the NFL. He was a top 10 quarterback this year. You could argue top 5 quarterback this year. What? Sam Darnold? Yes, Sam Darnold. Oh, and by the way, Seattle enters 2026 with $77 million in cap space. That's 5th most, see you, Swanee, in the NFL. They can extend Witherspoon. They can extend Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they had 36 sacks by the middle of the year. Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams. Oh, and they only rushed 4 players 79% of the time. Gray Zabel allowed 2 sacks all year. You've got rookies across the board that felt like safe options to utilize, to call upon when you needed to. And if you need any help, Lumen Field is maybe the toughest place to play in the entire National Football League. And if you sold the franchise tomorrow, you can make $8 or $9 billion. This is the making of a dynasty. Well, no, it's not. Sam Darnold's too old. He's 28. Sam Darnold is younger than Josh Allen. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? That's when you go to the water cooler today and the guys are like, hey, did you watch the game last night? What I want you to tell them is Sam Darnold is 28 years old. He's young. 28 is in your prime in the National Football League. Sam Darnold has time. It may make you uncomfortable, but the odds that Seattle turns into a dynasty are actually pretty good. I already told you, what happens when you win the Super Bowl is everything changes. More Monday night, Sunday night games. Your parking fees, your ticket prices, concessions can all go up, and no one cares. They want to watch the hometown team play football because they won the Super Bowl. Oh, and there's that hometown discount. Shorter contracts, smaller contracts for guys who want to stay and want to win with Seattle. Hello, Dynasty. Hello, Addie Bates. Time for Music Monday. 5 songs. 5 seconds of 5 songs. And I have to guess both the song and the artist. Okay, can I do something here really quick, please?
Yeah.
Please. My notes app, okay?
Okay, no
my
cheating.
Notes app. I'm showing you my notes app. I'm not going to cheat. I'm writing it down in my notes app.
Okay.
Laura Jimenez, are you ready as well?
Let me give you, one of the songs has 2 people singing. All you have to do is give me one or both. If you give both, then I'm a little impressed, actually.
All 5 songs are Bad Bunny, aren't they? I'm going to understand none of the words.
Well, get ready to learn another language, buddy.
Okay, Laura, song number 1, please.
I've been cheated, been mistreated.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, man.
Not a good start. Whew, bad start. Bad start. Okay. Laura, song number 2.
Watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do.
Oh, yeah, buddy. I think you're the only one who listens to country music. Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's just the noises that Tony Romo makes. Okay. Song number 3, Laura. Okay, song number 4. The way you make me feel. Okay. And song number 5, please, Laura. Yeah. Yeah, you made it a lot easier there toward the end. Okay, can I hear song number 1 again, please, Laura?
I've been cheated, been mistreated.
It's like an Emmylou Harris, maybe?
Is that your guess?
Yeah, Emmylou Harris. Who is it?
Linda Ronstadt. When Will I Be Loved? And it was written by the Everly Brothers.
Oh. Emmylou Harris is not too far off. All right, song number 2, please, Laura.
Watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do.
It's the Gatlin Brothers.
It's another
Okay, who is
Brothers. Statler Brothers.
Dang.
Flowers on the Wall.
Okay, what song? What song?
Flowers on the Wall.
All right. Okay, great. Song number 3, please. Bad Bunny and Daddy Yankee.
It's Bad Bunny and Enrique Iglesias.
And
So
what do
I'll
they
give you
sing?
the point for Bad Bunny. The song is El Baño.
Okay, the bathroom. And number 4, please, Laura. It is Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel.
Yep.
Laura, song number 5. Happy Super Bowl to the champion, Michael McDonald. Mike
Yes!
McDonald, the Doobie Brothers. What a fool believes.
Yes.
Good
I'm so
segue.
glad you got
Good
that.
segue.
Beautiful.
That is Addie Bates. Laura Jimenez produces the Drake Toll Show. Happy Super Bowl, everybody. I will see you on Monday. Yep, Monday. 4 days of...
Nick Shoe.
Yep, no doubt. That is Laura. That is Addie. Thanks so much to everybody for listening. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. every single day. This has been and always will be the Drake Toll Show.
This is Westwood One Sports.